Well, Samsung makes some of the best screens in the world, and they sure as hell have put a beautiful QHD display on the Samsung S20 series phones. The S20 Plus, which I own for over a period of 2 years now, have a beautiful QHD display and one of the personally best displays that I have ever seen on any device. That was until this happened. Yes, out of nowhere, I got a green line on my phone screen. I sat down for breakfast, kept my phone on the table, and when I picked it up, it had this green line. First, I thought this might be a bug, so I restarted it about 2 to 3 times. Strangely, the green line would start coming in right from the boot screen itself. I tried going to the safe mode to avoid any kind of software related issues, but soon it was pretty clear that this was a hardware problem. I immediately took it to the Samsung service center with my broken heart and tried to explain to them that this came out of nowhere, guys, and there has been absolutely no physical damage to my phone. The Samsung service center team clicked physical pictures of my phone and sent it to the customer care team of Samsung in India. After knowing that my phone is beyond warranty, they simply just asked me to pay the price of the screen, which was approximately 15,000 rupees, roughly about $200. I continued to convince them that there has been no physical damage to my phone, so this looks like a manufacturing issue which is actually cropping up now. The least that they could do is check the internals of my phone and give me a right solution. But as my phone was beyond the warranty period, it seems like Samsung held no responsibility whatsoever for the device beyond that period. Even after contacting and speaking to the customer care team leaders, they were completely unapologetic and told me that this is a physical damage and we cannot help you. I refused to pay the $200 at that point, and as my phone was still in working condition, I came back. Just like any other customer, I looked up the gravity of the problem. Turns out this is happening to many S20 series phones, especially the S20 Plus. There were published articles and cries from the customer stating the same. At one point, there was an email revert posted on a site from a Samsung overseas team acknowledging the issue. Authenticity of this is questionable. So this time I took my grievance to, well, the place where we all take our grievances to, Twitter. I posted about the problem faced along with the overseas team's acknowledgement about the problem occurring as well. To my surprise, I got an email from the Samsung customer care team leader with an appointment to speak on the particular issue. I connected with her and explained the issue. She told me that the Samsung service center team should have ideally taken my phone in and checked it for the problem. I was traveling to another city during this period, hence I couldn't visit the Samsung service center immediately. That is when this happened. Yes, the screen simply turned to white noise. Again, out of nowhere. This was very scary. Imagine you're at an airport and about to get into a flight, and this happens to you. I was practically not able to access my flight bookings, nor arrange for an Uber, or make a telephone call, or even start the hotspot to connect to an internet to access any of these details on a laptop. I had to immediately purchase another handset for the rest of my trip, and once I returned, I went straight to the Samsung service center and deposited my Samsung phone. The difference this time was that I used the Samsung DeX environment to copy all the important information that I needed. As only the phone's screen had an issue, Samsung DeX was working perfectly. Ain't that simply great? After all this, I got the same quotation of 15,000 from the team for a display change. I spoke to multiple people at Samsung customer care, but turns out they all had a beautiful, stern script to decline any of my requests. Of course, they declined the full free replacement. I wasn't really even asking for that. They declined a discount on the replacement of the screen. They even declined my offer of giving me an upgrade part to Samsung S22 Plus or S22 Ultra for a fair price of this particular phone. Technically, they would have made more money off me by giving me this as well as a better Samsung product. At the very end, someone who was utterly rude offered me a 10% discount on the screen replacement. Well, I took it and changed the screen, as all of this was taking way too much time and I needed a working phone in my hand. My biggest surprise was when I went to collect the phone, the team leader of the Samsung service center told me this particular device is having an issue. Even one of our own staff members is fighting with the company just like you. I couldn't believe they actually told me this. Now this screen has only 3 months of warranty. Wow, 3 claps for Samsung. Samsung, you just lost an advocate. I understand that mostly with phones, issues like these cropping up are very rare. But when they do occur, a company like Samsung should be able to own up to it, rather than trying to blame it on the customer specifically for misusing. It wasn't really about the $200. The emergency handset that I had to buy costed me more than that amount. It was about owning up to your own error. I gave in because I couldn't hold on any longer. There was a lot of information on this phone which I just couldn't have access to. But if you are facing the same right now, and this is how you landed up on this video, then tag me in your tweet. I can assure you, you weren't alone. Do check out another video on Samsung S22 series and how that series was a disappointment. I think I'm going to soon move to iPhone or any other Android company.